Hey everybody, welcome back to Final Flame Productions, and today we talk about Dexter Resurrections, and we are getting closer and closer to the show debuting. There's a lot of news happening. I've been falling behind on getting updates on it, so I want to do a recap of what people can expect to see in the upcoming new Dexter show. Apparently it's a summer debut. I believe it's around June time that it's going to debut, and there's a lot of news. Obviously Original Sin is just finished. A lot of cast news for Dexter Resurrections. We've obviously got Michael C. Hall back as Dexter. It's going to follow on from Dexter New Blood. Jack Alcott will be back as Harrison Morgan. James Remar will be back as Harry Morgan. And then we have some big casting news of some big guest stars. Uma Thurman will be in this season as a character called Charlie. More on her in a second. We've got Peter Dinklage as Leon, and we've recently found out that Krysten Ritter from Jessica Jones fame will be as a character called Mia as a guest star. Interestingly, no Julia Jones mentioned so far, who was Angela in Dexter's New Blood. Polarizing character. Some liked her, some didn't, but she seems like a pretty big character to ignore and to not feature in any way in Dexter Resurrection. So going to be really interesting to see if she really won't be in it at all. Even initially, I know that this new season is apparently going to be filmed in New York and Yonkers. There's been talk of footage or scenes being filmed in Times Square and in Central Park. So, a lot of the stuff I'm finding out is from the brilliant Dexter Daily website, and they have social media accounts as well. Check those out. They're the best place for updates on Dexter, anything really Dexter related. But they say that this season of Dexter will shift from the Miami backdrop to a wintry New York city, a dramatic change from the first 8 seasons, and a dramatic change from Original Sin. And they will be filming in New York locations rather than Toronto as a stand-in, which is usually done in the industry, Dexter Daily says. So yeah, Uma Thurman, big Hollywood star, been quiet the last while, for me anyway. I don't think I've seen her in much recently, but she's always pretty damn good in anything she's in. So I get the impression she's going to have a really big role. You don't really cast Uma Thurman if she's going to have a small role. So she's set to play a former special ops officer in the sequel series. She will portray head of security Charlie, who works for a mysterious billionaire called Leon Ritter in Resurrection, and is seen as a resourceful and meticulous right-hand woman. So yeah, it seems like I get the impression that she might be somebody that will join forces with Dexter. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe she's going to be a thorn in Dexter's side. I get the impression that Peter Dinklage will be one of the big bads in this season. And Dinklage is another big actor who I get the impression will have a big role. Krysten Ritter's another one. Very talented, very, very good actress. She's playing Mia. It'd be interesting to see how pivotal her role will be. So yeah, I'm really excited by it. If you've seen my previous videos, I was kind of puzzled that this season is happening. Not because I didn't want it to happen, because I was very outspoken. I thought the end of New Blood was dreadful, and I thought that they had to bring it back and fix things. But talk since then is that Dexter's been such a big hit in the last year or two, I believe, on streaming services, that essentially Showtime has pushed for more Dexter content, and Michael C. Hall, who apparently was not set to return to Dexter ever again, or certainly wasn't in the mood to do it, as New Blood writ him off, is now completely changed his mind and wants to be back. And they're kind of pretending that him being shot and killed at the end of the last season really wasn't the plan, which is, you know, if you were following any of the news that came out of Dexter New Blood and how it ended, they all said, the writers, that they started out the season with Dexter dying was their first direction that they were going to take it. So it's strange in one way, because, you know, usually people retcon stuff and usually people go back and change their mind on stuff, you know, 5 or 6 years down the road. But essentially, like, New Blood wasn't out that long ago, and they've changed their mind already. And again, I get it. It's a popular show. It's become really popular again with a new audience on streaming services. And this will do well as well, viewer-wise. Will the quality of the show be good? I know New Blood initially was received very well. The ending was not received that well by a lot of people. And I think New Blood, in retrospect, isn't seen as that successful of a season. I certainly don't think it's going to be as rewatchable as previous seasons of Dexter. But again, this looks good. Uma Thurman, Krysten Ritter, I forgot to say David Zayas as Batista's back. We've got James Remar, who I love, as Harry Morgan. Jack Alcott back's a big one. He was a polarizing character, but I guess his character becomes a little bit less divisive now, since he didn't actually kill off Michael C. Hall's character. And, you know, that dynamic of him finding his father alive again. You know, how are they going to explain how Dexter's alive? That's interesting. That's going to be... Is that going to be kind of a throwaway, sort of don't delve into it too much and hope people just go with it? Probably going to be the way. You know, they did shoot him in pretty much near the heart, so who knows. But yeah, I mean, summer debut, and a little nugget of information is that Deborah apparently won't be back. Jennifer Carpenter said that she was asked about it, and she says that she's pretty focused where she is, and she feels like she completed that box and that she's proud of Dexter. But again, are you excited about Dexter Resurrections? It's only a few months off now. Should be interesting. I mean, Dexter's never boring, but will the quality of writing be there? And will they take it in a interesting direction, or will they completely write off any of the stuff that they introduced in that final episode of New Blood, which really brought into question whether Dexter could get out of this, even if he survived, if he could get out of it without jail, or the police really being on his tail. Interesting. It's going to be a lot of more news coming out soon, and trailer, I'm sure, in the next 2 months or so you would expect will be coming. What's your thoughts? Are you interested? Are you excited? And what's the thing that you're excited about most? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.